Hi everyone.
Hello. I was waiting for you to start.
Oh, were you?
Yes, hi, welcome. We're here with another Facebook Live for you this week. Sorry we're a little bit late. Yes, our TV's on. Ignore Glastonbury going on in the background, that's it. Yeah, sorry we're a little bit late. We planned to come to you at 7 o'clock, but then Kylie come on TV.
Yes.
And I got a little bit sidetracked and didn't want to do a Facebook Live whilst Kylie was on.
Yes.
So I was enjoying myself having a drink. So, yeah. So that's it.
Will you be stamping skew with tonight?
I think you'll be stamping ski with the way you just spoke just then.
Skew.
Yeah, so that's why we're a little bit late.
Hi,
so we're a little bit late again now because I started watching Miley Cyrus on TV as well, and then that delayed me a little bit more. So we're sorry we're late tonight. Yeah, hi Mum. So tonight we are going to do two separate cards. I'm going to do one and you're going to do one.
Hopefully,
depending on how time goes.
Yeah.
We want to try and keep this.
Hi Sandra.
Hi Sandra. I got delayed by Miley a little bit. Sorry. It's 8:22. I'm sort of like 6 minutes late, 7 minutes late. So we're going to do two cards tonight. I'm going to be using the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set, and I think you're going to be using the Daisy Lane stamp set, aren't you?
Yes, I'm going to.
Sorry?
I'm going to.
You are going to, yes. All right then. So I'm going to use that.
Hi Jessica.
And I'll show you my inspiration where it come from in a moment when we flip the camera around for you. I think there's just a few things we just want to mention briefly. Tomorrow. It's 1st of July tomorrow, isn't it? Wow. 1st of July. So, hi Donna. So tomorrow, 1st of July, or actually probably from around about midnight tonight. I know it's probably around about, but there's probably a transfer over. So it's probably safe to say 2 o'clock. Say 2 o'clock in the morning onwards. Hi Kathy. Hi. Yes. What is it?
Bonus days.
Bonus
days.
Christ, maybe I shouldn't have had that drink before we started. Bonus days is starting tomorrow. So for every £45 you spend with us, you will get a £4.50 voucher. So pretty much 10% back to spend in August.
Yes. So
if you spend £90, you'll get a £9 voucher back to spend in August, and so on. So that's that.
Or join our team.
And that's starting tomorrow for 2 months, isn't it? I think that's going to the end of August.
Yes. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's going till the 31st of August. Bonus days is going for 1 month until the end of July, and the recruiting promotion is joining our team is going on for 2 months. So pretty much from tomorrow, if you want to join our team, the Mitosu Stampers, you can spend £99, which is the normal joining, which is the normal starter kit cost, and you can choose £155 of a product. So they're giving you an extra £25.
Yes, I'm answering Sandra. Yes, he has Sandra.
I saw you mouth. So you got an extra. Sorry, for the people who are watching this on either on Facebook or something like that, Sandra has just said, "Have you been on a gin?" And I've had one glass. You've been on the Bacardi.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Hi, Deb. So, so there's a recruiting promotion starting tomorrow. So, £99, choose £155 of product. Plus, the following month, you will then get another voucher, I want to say for, I can't remember what it is, I want to say £8. Or there's another voucher. There's another voucher which will come out the following month. So if you join at the end of July, then you'll get the voucher, or in August, say you'll get the voucher in September. So £25 initially at the beginning if you start a kit, and then you'll get some more money off an order in the following month, so whenever you join. So they're all starting tomorrow. So check that out. So bonus days and join our team, and you can save yourself a little bit more money, get more goodies, or save yourself some money on the goodies afterwards. I've only had one glass.
Normal size. The silent pool size.
Yeah, big glass. So that's that. So we're going to crack on now. I don't think there's anything which else we've got to say, is it? So it's recruiting.
Daisy Lane, if you want to purchase from our online shop, please do, so we can get some more crafty stuff in August.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, the promotion ends
Yeah.
at the end of this month, on the end of July.
Yeah, and paper share as well. So we're doing paper share. If you wanna get in on that, £39, you'll get 89, 87, 89,
Details are on our blog.
6x12.
You'll basically get a 6x12 piece of paper of every single piece of paper in the catalogue. So you don't have to buy every single packet, which will cost you £160. It's £40, and you'll get a 6x12 of every piece of paper in the catalogue. So enough for most people, which is enough for most people to craft with.
Cool.
All right, so let's turn it round. Gin and sea air from yesterday, Mum. Yes.
I'm just
that's it.
switching.
All right, so we're going to flip the camera around, and Jay's going to do his magic trick.
How? There. How do you do it? That one.
We are still here.
Turning. People can hear you. Okay. Just close your eyes for a bit. I'm just wiggling. Ooh. Is that right? Yeah.
Okay. Right, I'm going to go first, and then Jay's going to go in afterwards. Hi, Linda. Right, so my inspiration today is from, I'm going to use this now. Well, I think sometimes we forget to use the catalogue as inspiration. Obviously, it's a catalogue and it's full of great items, but try and use this as help as well. I was struggling for what I wanted to do tonight, so I was looking through it and I thought, okay, I saw a layout. I was looking through the bundles and I saw this one here. Alright, so this is one to use a wild rose bundle, which we've done on a Facebook Live as well before. So it's this one here. You can see that? That's what I've used as my inspiration. Okay, so I've taken that and made something different using the Magnolia Lane, or the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set. So that's what I've got. So that gives you an idea. So remember to use this catalogue for ideas, even if it's for layouts. As well, you may look at something and go, that's a great layout. I've got another stamp set which will suit that. Change over the DSP and sign the papers, and you've got yourself another card. So you try and, I think we all forget to use these catalogues as well to help us out with creating our cards. It's a great source of inspiration here. Like this one here, I think it's a lovely idea. Just by using some oval circles and then sticking something in the middle there, a different stamp set. So that's where my inspiration has come from tonight. Now I've prepped some of this off camera because I've got heat embossing and so on. So rather than you watching me heat emboss and so on, I've done a lot of that stuff and already die cut. So this is the stamp set which we're using. Get that light off. So using this stamp set here, Good Morning Magnolia, I've used this one and I've used the Thanks, and that's actually the only stamps which I've used out of this one. But you've got this other one as well, this lovely swirly kind of like border stamp here, which is great as well. And I've used the dies which come with it. So these are the dies, the Magnolia Memory dies, and I've used the large die here, and I've used these leaf bits right here as well, and I've also used this border part. Now I'm going to show you something different. Now that's the only bit I'm going to really do on camera, because I'm going to show you what I've done with this border part. So I'm going to get that part out. Alright, so here's let's move all of this stuff to one side now. I'm also going to be using the Magnolia Lane Designer Series paper. So if you haven't seen this yet already, this is another, let's get this out here to show you. Sorry, it's typical. Why does the motorbike always go out the road when we're recording? Every week. Sorry, just bear with us. And that normally happens around about 7 o'clock in the morning as well. So, why does he have to have a noisy vehicle? Okay, winching. So these are those papers. So you've got some lovely papers here. That's some very neutral kind of patterns, and you've got the two colours. Mossy Meadow and Petal Pink, I want to say it is. Now, see if you ever get confused, normally on the front here, it would tell you the colour coordination which is in here. So Blackberry Bliss, Early Espresso, Mossy Meadow, Petal Pink, So Saffron and Whisper White. So if you're ever looking for the coordinating colours, it should tell you on there anyway. Hi Steph, from France, I think, yes. So thanks for watching us. So you've got some lovely neutral colours here, and this is the one which I've used today. Now obviously it's double-sided, so if we flick this over, we've got some other pretty patterns here. That one there, this one here, this one here, this one's really pretty, and this one's really pretty as well, and this one right here. Alright, so they're quite busy backgrounds, but I didn't want a busy background for this one here. I just wanted to keep it quite plain, and but I wanted to add something to it, which is why I've gone for that. Was the other side of this paper, but that's the one I've decided to use. So don't forget to just try and use our papers. I know we'll probably be getting to the end of next year. Got loads and loads of paper left over. What do I do with it? So we're trying to use more paper up this year, which is why our paper share is really good as well, because then you won't have to buy every single pack of paper and have 2 lots of it. You only need, you've got more than enough to make some cards out of it. Alright, so this is so what I've done is I've already pre-cut the cards. So we've got our own card sizes. We use our very own, which is 14.5 by 21. Okay. Okay, Joe's using different. It's changed it again. We went for 14.5 because it was just easier. Because as soon as we say 14.8.5 to our ladies in class or anywhere else, everybody looked at us with a blank expression and went, "What's 14.8.5?" So we decided to cut it down to 14.5. It was easier to find on the trimmer at 14.5 and scoring at 10.5. So that's why we use our own different things. It's still an A6. It's just a little bit smaller than an A6. Still fits into an envelope, and you don't get hardly any paper wastage from it. So you sometimes get like a little strip, which if you're like Jay, you'll be able to use that in a card anyway. I have got a bit of paper here, which is this is Whisper White, which was 14 by 7.5. Okay. And this bit here is 14 along by, I think it's about 5.5. Now, it didn't really matter about the height because it's going to go behind this anyway, so I just needed enough to stick on to the background. So that's pretty much how that's going to go. And I have to cut it a little bit, 5mm shorter, so it's going to just give me a little bit of a border, like so. I have pre-cut the petals out, the leaves, in the Mossy Meadow, which is right there, and I've already die cut this one out, and I've already heat embossed it. Okay, so I've heat embossed it in gold and die cut it out. Now we've got some new dies because we've moved over from obviously Sizzix over to our own to Stampin' Up's version of them. We're not with Sizzix anymore, and I must say the new dies, I think there was a bit of worry what they're going to cut like. I would say the new dies cut beautifully. If anything, I think some of them are cutting better than Sizzix ones. They release the paper really easily anyway. So if anyone's worried about the fact that we've moved over we're not using Sizzix dies anymore, don't worry about it. I think they've done a really, really good job at getting good quality dies. So that's it there. There is no lip around it. Obviously you've got a nice little white border giving you a nice little edge. And I've already die cut that and heat embossed that in gold. Alright, so that's that one. I've got to stop saying I'm really conscious that I'm saying so and so. Alright, so that's that one. Now this die here is pretty much designed to go across the cardstock this way. You can see it won't. Hi Wendy. Hi Bev. It won't obviously go in like this. You've got an edge either side, so it won't actually cut it out. So it's designed to give you a border, a scalloped edge on the bottom. Now I wanted it like this. So how do I get it like this? I'll show you. Which is why I'm doing this. This is the only bit of die cutting I wanted to do with you, because I wanted to show you what I did. But obviously it's going to be a little bit awkward, so let's see how this goes. Alright, so cut your piece of paper down and pop it in there, and now put this in the centre. I'll get it in there. So centre that up as best as you can, okay, and down to the bottom. Like so. And we'll run that through the machine. Alright, so now that's what's happened. It doesn't release itself. Can you see that? It hasn't released itself. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to basically just line this edge up, that flat edge there, with that edge right here. Obviously I'm on a magnetic platform, so you've got to find the and that moved. I'm going to stand up.
Would you like washi tape?
No, it's fine. Run that through. Sorry about the wobbling going on here. That's it. And then I will do exactly the same this side. And now I have, let's get rid of my machine. Thank you. I have now got an extended die cut. Alright, so it's from that one there, I've now extended out, which is designed to go along the piece here, which will then fit, because it's an edge to edge, so it fits out. I've gone a little bit over on that one there, so try and get it as close as you can. When it will put a mark in the paper and try and line that edge up with that same mark. Alright, and that's how you can extend this die out. So now, I've just had, rather than having it as a flat edge, which it was, I've now just given myself a little bit of interest here as well, just to show off a little bit more of that paper, and using one of those dies in there as well. Alright, so that's how you would extend this die out, so you can then make it from a portrait into a landscape picture. Alright, good. So this is gonna go quite quickly now. Shall I colour that in, Jay?
I quite like it white.
I quite like it white as well. You could, if you want to, obviously with it being heat embossed, you could colour this in. You could probably go with maybe some light petal pinks and some light greens here. I wouldn't want to go too heavy on the colouring if I was doing this, because I don't want it to, but I'm quite liking just a gold and white Magnolia, which is like that. Alright, so can oh, glue, well done.
I have to.
You did give me glue. So what I need to do now is I need to, okay, the best thing to do so that we can get this in the correct position is I'm going to stick this bit down first. And I'll stick this with the layer which I want and the border. Okay, so I've got my correct border here, here and here, and then all I will do is, shall I go, or shall I raise it up on foam pads? I'm going to go flat. Do you agree?
Yes.
You do.
Charlene said that's pretty.
Thank you. Alright, so a little bit of glue on that. And now all I would then focus on doing is getting the positioning correct with the border, which I want on the top, because if I line up the two side parts with the paper, it will be fine. And now I have got a nice even-ish border. There we go. I've now got a nice even border around it. So again, if you're doing that, rather than sticking this piece to this piece here first and then going, oh my god, I've got a big chunky border. If this is getting stuck behind it, stick the paper down first, get that border and that border done, and then stick this bit over the top, and then get to worry about the top, line these two sides up, and then worry about the top border. And then that way you don't have to worry about measuring it out. It's all going to be exactly, it's all going to work good for you. All right, so that's that one. Then what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to put the flower, I'm going to put the Magnolia flower on some foam pads, I think. Can I have the pick? Oh, sorry.
You got it.
Oh, got the pick tool. But then chuck it across the floor, the table. All right, so I'm going to now just take these and just stick some foam pads. And then, oh, I didn't splatter. How can I splatter, Jay? Can you get me a splatter thing for me, please? Technical word. I wanted to add some splatter on the background here, and I forgot to do it before I stuck it down. Pick a colour for me to splat with. I'm leaving Jay in control of the splatting. Okay, so that's that there. Okay, Jay's going to teach me something next. I've never actually splatted with the.
You can have the combo. So if you use the bigger one.
Okay, so I use the brush. Now, is it like that?
Yeah.
You go in.
I
Okay.
will do it on the actual side because it's
In there, like
yeah.
that. All right. So I've never done this before. So Jay's actually teaching me something. So I'm going to take the pen and I'm going to just pop it in and.
Is it working?
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, it's quite fine. So do it where it's actually gonna get seen.
Yeah. Sorry.
Not where underneath the Magnolia.
All right. So you can see there I just splatted, and I'm going to. I'm gonna splat again. In the.
Hi, Gian.
There we go, and a little bit over there. All right, so I've just put a little bit of a splat just to add a little bit of interest in the background there.
It's raining.
Hello. Okay, so I just now need to. I'm pleased you found us both. Hopefully you like what we do. And now I just remove all of these. Oh no, I've forgotten to do something. Okay, I'll remove this off first, and then I'll go back. I need to add some more interest to the background.
Ooh, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do? I'm not gonna sing. Okay, right, that's all of the foam pads off. So what I'm gonna do now is I need some scissors. Where have you hidden the scissors, Jay?
You had it.
Jay's hidden the scissors from me. Oh, there they are in front of me. Alright, so I've got a bit of I've forgotten what colour this is. Oh, there goes Alexa again. Sorry. So I'm going to have a little bit of Sahara sand here, or crumb cake. I think this is crumb cake, yeah, because it's a different colour to the card base. And I'm just going to... So it's around about here, so I'm just going to give me a straight cut up.
Why don't you stick it on first?
Oh yeah, that would work, wouldn't it? I know, it's right, I'll go in my way. Hi Anita. And I'm going to be using the ribbon as well from the Magnolia Lane ribbon combo pack. This ribbon's really, really nice. Alright, so this is what we've got. And I'm just going to... I want to just angle this bit of paper down. Don't like that.
Hi, Tracy. Hi, Nita.
That's better. There we go. Right, so snip that away. Oh, and I'm going to lose the ribbon. The cats will love that if that goes rolling across the floor.
Oh, Tommy's right next to you.
Yeah, he is. So that's going to go like so. Alright, I will probably need some double-sided tape, Joe, please. It's great having an assistant.
Yes.
My
I'll get my bag.
Jay's my support. I'm the named demonstrator. Jay's the supporting demonstrator, and obviously we just help each other out and get on each other's nerves occasionally, and yes, argue about what we do and don't like. And if he doesn't like my cards the way I expect him to, then that causes an argument.
You ask.
Yeah, I ask and then I get the truth, and sometimes I don't like the truth. I'm just going to move that down a little bit. Obviously, this is the great thing about having wet glue, is that you can manipulate it a little bit before it gets too much. And then I'm going to a little bit of tear and tape here. It's just going to go along. Yeah. Hi Tracy. That's going to go there. That's it. And I'm just going to then just snip. Yeah, Jay's still prepping. I'm nearly finished. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to now take some memento. I've got the thanks stamp set from the bundle as well. Okay, and I'm now just going to stamp like that, right there. Because we all need thank you cards, so this will go into our stash of thank you cards for our customers. So there we go, and I will then take this. Obviously this is the one I've already pre-stamped, pre-embossed earlier on in the gold embossing powder. So if you haven't seen it, it's this embossing powder here. It's the gold embossing powder, and it looks very dull, but then when you heat it up, it completely changes. That's what embossing powder does. It looks really dull in there, and then all I'm going to do now is that this is going to go over this like so. That's it. And I'm going to just grab my glue again and a little bit of glue here. We just stick you down over here. So this is Mossy Meadow cardstock. Alright, bit of glue. And using one of the smaller ones. I'm nearly finished, Jay. I'm sticking my last bit down. Yeah, Jay's not ready. I'm gonna have to delay. How long can I stick? How long can I take to stick this leaf in? Not that long. There we go. It's done. All right, and that's that. All right, I think that there is my card. Obviously, I haven't just decided not to colour, but I think it just adds to it. You could probably do a little bit of colouring. Maybe if I was going to do some colouring, it would be very, very subtle colouring. Wouldn't be too much. I think that would. I think it would overpower it. It would. You just want to kind of. You kind of want to soak in the whole card. I think. So that's why we decided not to do that. So that there is that. And as I said at the beginning, if you didn't catch the beginning of my video, I was looking through the catalogue, struggling with what to do, and I was saying to use the catalogue for inspiration. And that picture is the inspiration for that card. And all it is pretty much is the layout, which I've done, and I've used that to help me with the layout, and then think, so okay, well, I've got a stamp and I've got some die sets which can do this if you haven't got this one, but I know I've got something else which will do it, and this is obviously what we've created out of it. So use the catalogue to help you out as well with your inspiration, because if you are in a little bit of a pickle or stuck, then it could really, really help you. So that's that one. So let us know what you think. Obviously we're getting lots of beautifuls, nice. I've seen some hearts, so thank you very much. Hope you liked that. So we're now going to move over to Jay, I think. We're just going to have a quick tidy switch round. I'll just grab what I need to take with me. And then Jay can come in and do something with Daisy Lane. We're very delayed when it comes to doing this. We don't actually know what we're going to be making for our Facebook Live, probably until about half an hour to an hour before we're actually doing the live.
I have been crafting.
Jay's been crafting all day anyway, but I think that's just how we work. We don't plan. We just like to just go, what should we do tonight? I'll tell you what, let's just grab this stamp set and see what happens. And that's exactly that's another reason why we're a bit delayed. I blamed it on watching Kylie on Glastonbury, but whilst we was watching Kylie on Glastonbury, I was designing this card. So I had no idea what I was doing before Kylie, and I was watching Kylie and then designed at the same time. So good. So there we go. I will move on off, and I will then switch over, and Jay can sit. I'll leave that card there. Okay. That's good. Thank you very much. See, he said the right things. He said it was nice. He didn't say it was really nice. Like I normally say to his cards. That's really
It's
good,
lovely.
Jay. It's very.
I'll leave it
sarcastic.
there so people can see. Beautiful, Barry. No,
Thank
it's
you.
really nice.
Yeah.
I love the embossing. Embossing.
Sarcastic. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'll tell you the truth. No, I'm kidding. Hi. Right, it's me. I'm going to be doing some a card. So I'll be using the Daisy Lane stamp set and pairing it up with the swirly frames circle, hopefully. Yeah. Yes. So I haven't made it before, so it's just still in my head, so hopefully it'll work out.
Cold
Hi
Melbourne.
Marla.
It's been roasting here.
Hi guys from Cold. It's a bit windy and we
We had our hottest day yesterday, and Jay still managed to turn around whilst we're on the beach saying it's cold.
it was cold.
And it was the hottest day of the year.
Well, no, when the sun set, it was cold. I was cold. So right, so I have Smoky Slate card and Whisper White. So the Smoky Slate is just gonna be for the base card. As I said earlier, I have been crafting throughout the day.
Time check, we've probably been on about half an hour already.
Okay. I will try and make it fast. Ooh, sponge. That's a tip. Yeah, so I've been crafting all day. I made 3 cards using Free as a Bird with the Stamp Review Crew, which is Blog Hop, which is going to be live on the blog at 2 a.m. So check it out. Hopefully I'll finish the blog post. I will. So I have got they're all stock swirly frames. The swirly frame stamp set is really cool because it's got some
It's an
swirly frames.
underestimated
Yeah,
set.
you can just use it kind of like to frame your
We'll just add some more
images.
interest.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It coordinates with the framelits as well.
Yes. Do they?
Yes, it
I
does.
did not know that.
Did you not?
No, that's why I fussy got something. So hi Lindsay. So I stamped this on sticky note and just cut it, but as Barry mentioned just now, it does coordinate with the circle layering circles, I guess. And I'm going to be using that as a mask because I'll be doing some sponging with Old Olive. And why do I have maybe Smoky Slate? We'll check. So I'm going to do the daisy lane first, the daisy, and I'm going to just use this to.
Sorry, can I just
Yeah,
interrupt you
sure.
for a moment there? It coordinates this stamp here, this one here, and this one here coordinates with the layer and circle dies
And squares.
and squares. Obviously, these ones don't. Obviously, in the catalogue, if anything's blue, it coordinates with a die. If it's got a yellow background, it coordinates with a punch.
And it tells you down there.
And it tells you at the bottom, yeah, what it actually coordinates with. All right. Sorry, just interrupt. Just what I want to tell you all about.
Nope, that is fine. Thank you very much. So because I want to keep the card quite not as layered, I have also stamped that in. Where's the camera? There. There. I've also stamped that in the sticky note, just as a mask that I'll be using. Ooh. I was playing with sword. Oh, where are you, Kathy? Oh no, I'm probably going to want to case it.
Case away.
Oh yes. Well, I'd like to see what you've made with it as well.
Yeah, if you do case it or anything, just look. Yeah, please post it on our. If you're not a member of our Mitosu Stampers page, and ask to join it, and just come on there and just use it to share your inspiration with us all. That'd be great. So yeah, please. It's Mitosu Stampers. It's stampers with a.
P-U-R-R-R-S. It's 3 R's because
Of three
of
cats.
the 3 cats. So I'm using the sticky note to basically know where I'm going to stamp, but I'm gonna use my daisies. Actually, yes. I'm gonna use my daisies to kind of like just work out the layout. So I'm basically making kind of like a wreath in a way, but I'm only gonna be using the daisy on the left hand side. So that looks alright. So I'm gonna stamp my daisies first in, that's why I had Smoky Slate. I'll stamp it in Smoky Slate. Where's my so that's fine. And because I want that to be at the front, I'm gonna use my mask to lay on top and then stamp that next one onto there. So doing the masking, it just, when you lift it off, it just shows that it doesn't stamp over obviously what the image is already there, and then it just creates a nice depth to your card. And then I will now stamp the swirly frame. Is that correct? Oh, thank you. Sorry, I didn't give you a drink earlier. Right, now I'm using the swirly frame, and I'm gonna stamp that off first, so then it'll be a lighter stamped image. I'm just standing up. There you go. And now I'm gonna do some sponging. So it's a lot of masking and a lot of pre-cutting, obviously, to get it ready. But once you have these, you could always just keep it in your stamp case, and you can, if it's run out of the sticky note, you could always just use your multi-purpose liquid glue and add a couple of dots, wait for it to dry, and it becomes repositionable as well. So I'll just put that on, hoping that it doesn't matter that, yeah, it won't matter. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a bit of sponging. I'll just here on there, so I'll just add a bit of color on the bottom left and top right. So with sponging, as previously mentioned, just to have a nicer blended color work off your, right, I'm just gonna turn it because hopefully this way, I'm just turning it where it's more comfortable for me, so always do that instead of trying to work like the right way up, if that makes sense. Oh, Kathy love masking too. Yes, so do I. It does take time to create the mask, but it's just really nice to have that. Sorry, it's wobbling. That depth with your work. I think the black has made the green slightly darker, but that should be fine. Yeah, that looks alright. I was gonna add another one in here. So I'm just gonna add another bit of color on top. Ooh, oh no.
You ruined it.
I had too much. Ah, it's fine. I'll put some gems in it. So I had a bit of
Really?
well, I can see it. If I can see it. As yes. Really? Yes. Really. Right, so that is done. And now I'm just gonna add, oh yeah, I was gonna add some more of the lines. So you can always build up your images. And if I don't wanna put too much ribbon, I will use linen thread, or what is it? I'll be using the Nature's twine because I have some left over from this morning as well. So I'll use the green. So I'm just gonna add the tiny bit there, and the lines, I think I just need a bit. And because you have the mask, it looks like it's going down. So I'll add another, some more down here. And that one I'll stamp off. And then do a full. Do I need the longer? I'll use the longer one. I know that's gonna be way too long. Bear with. I don't want it to go all the way up, so I'm just going to do that. Am I mumbling? Sorry.
You do, because you've gone into your own little world.
Yes, I tend to mumble, apparently.
So if you can't hear what Jay's saying, just please shout out on the comment saying speak up. Or you tell him to stop mumbling.
I tend to, because I talk to myself when, well, all the time. So I tend to, when I'm crafting, when I mumble, I'm kind of like half talking to myself, ish, if that makes sense. So that is that. I'm just taking off the mask. And then I'm just gonna add a bit of color to the daisies. I'm just gonna use watercoloring pencil, but as a coloring pencil. I'm not actually gonna. So you have, this is the watercolor pencil, and the colors, what's that, 5, 10, 13 with the white, which is great for coloring on dark cardstock. So I'm just gonna use the daffodil light and yeah, daffodil light, and I'm just gonna quickly color just in the middle bit. If you wanted the petals a bit whiter, you can use, as I said, the white. Let's try it. If not, you probably won't cover it. Oh no, I had blue. Make sure that it's, yeah, I colored the free as a bird, the birds in blue. So that's why it had a bit of a blue tinge to it. No, it doesn't take off. What you could use is the chalk marker. This is the way I did my other Daisy Lane card. So the chalk marker is pigment based, so it will lighten. It goes on top of the ink, and it will lighten the petals. So I'll just quickly do that. I think we need some more chalk marker. We're going to be placing an order tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, chalk marker. Something for claws.
The centres.
Yes. And
The furry centres.
what else have we got? Oh, clear embossing powder we need as well.
And the stamp set and dies and embossing powders, which I want.
Yes.
I'm going to treat myself.
So Barry's going to treat himself to, what's it called? He loves the embossing powder. Oh no, embossing folder, shall I say.
It is the Woven Heirlooms.
On page
13.
Page 13. It wasn't on my radar. And I was like, if you're gonna buy that, I'm gonna add something.
Well, that's my toy for July. What's your toy going to be for July?
I'm really liking the silhouette.
Yeah, and that was also on my radar as well.
And very versatile.
The silhouettes on...
Because that's got a nice grip to it. Right, I don't know if you can see, but it's actually lightened some of the middle petal bits. Right, and then once it's dry, when you go in with the watercolor pencil, it's actually much brighter as well. Sorry, did I cut you off, Bar?
No, that's fine. I'm just trying to find the silhouettes.
So this is kind of like, as I said earlier, this is how I did my card on the crumb cake, I think, for papercraft crew. It's the same technique basically. So I stamped it in a gray or a VersaFine, and then just used the chalk marker to whiten the space that I need to color. What are you oohing about? The very
See a silhouette.
Oh, see a silhouette.
See a silhouette on page 133.
I like that one, and very. I don't know how to say it. Versatile? Sale?
What's it look like?
It's got a script. It's got
Oh, is that it stamps just
flower.
on its own?
Yeah.
The background stamps it.
It's got kind of like draping vines and leaves, and it's got something else. Right.
Find what it's after.
Here we go. And now we can just have a sentiment. So obviously the swirly frames didn't have any sentiment on it, and I pretty much used up the Daisy Lane sentiments, but I will find something from there. Where's the Daisy Lane?
What, by the side of yours, isn't it?
Was it? Right.
Got it?
Yeah.
I thought you had it.
Did you cover it?
Don't know where it is.
Okay. Maybe not then.
I moved it, don't worry.
Oh, thank you. See, Barry.
There you go.
That's why I blame you all the time. You keep moving stuff. Right, I'm just gonna use like Time to Shine or something. Or Smile. Smile. Oh, Smile. I haven't used that one without fussy cutting it or something. So because yeah, there. I was gonna add a layer. So I guess I'm keeping this one layer, right? I'll just do that. Looks like it. What color green did you use for the sponging? For the sponging, I used Old Olive, Kathy. Hi, Sarah. So yeah, so Old Olive there, even. So, and yeah, I'm just gonna stand out. I'm just gonna do it in black memento. See, that's why I was like,
I don't want to say it because I probably pronounced it completely and utterly wrong.
Okay, Barry's just gonna show the stamp set that I like, and he doesn't know how to pronounce it as well.
That one there. So, very versatile. I don't know.
Something. Right, where was I? Smile. Hi, Papa. My dad's watching. Hello.
Hi, Mario.
I'm gone quiet now. Right, I'm just stamping the smile there. And I was gonna add a thing, but I think it doesn't need it. So that is pretty much it. I'm gonna add a bit of blue on this side of the flowers as well. Right, I'm just gonna.
Okay, thank you very much.
But thank you, Gian. Yay! Is it French? I think it's French.
Yes.
So you'll have to do a Google search by. Yeah, we did that with. Were we going in November?
Dusseldorf. Or Dusseldorf. I don't really know what the correct. We call it Dusseldorf.
For on
no,
stage.
Dusseldorf. Mum calls it Dusseldorf.
Right, that's quite. So with the coloring pencil, you can see as well. I'll just show you. If you go in lightly, you can, and then if you change your pressure, it goes in darker. So that's how you can change the look of your coloring pencil. So I'm gonna do it in the blue, and I'm just gonna add a bit of blue around this side. Oh no, that's sticky.
Dusseldorf. Okay, Mum's correct. We're wrong. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think Mum's right as well. Don't know if she's watching as well. She's not gonna let us forget this, is she?
What is it? You're right with-
Dusseldorf. Mum's got it correct. We're the ones that are getting it wrong.
It just sounded weird.
Yeah.
And then we googled it, or
I know, Sarah agrees with us.
wait, is that where we're going?
No, we're going to Dortmund.
Oh, okay. Yes, for on stage. And if you join our team, you can come with. It's great. It's a great event. You will meet loads of demonstrators. Sorry, I'm coloring and talking. It's not always a good combination. Loads of demonstrators, and then you get to play with new stuff and see. Yeah. What will I get to see? Next year's stuff already, right?
There comes that motorbike again.
Right. Sorry, I shouldn't have colored, but I quite like coloring. Who else likes coloring?
Mums are always right. Not always, no.
No. You're so mean. Yeah, we had a lovely time last night with your mom and dad.
Yes.
Oop, screen's gone. Alright, nearly done. I just wanted to you could make it easier and get a blend just to color it, but I thought, as I had the coloring pencil, I might as well add a bit of blue onto this side. Who you you're talking to Tommy. Tommy's asleep on the armchair. What's it called? Armchair. Sofa arm. Right, done.
Yeah, colouring's okay, Kathy. Fussy cutting, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say I like it, but I do it.
But yeah, sometimes you just need to fussy cut,
Yeah, I've got
especially
more
if
into
there's
fussy cutting with this new catalogue. The images are a bit easier to fussy cut for some reason. There, if it hasn't got a die, I think that's
yeah. If it hasn't got a die, don't get restricted by your use of the stamps, because obviously you want to use your stamps as much as you can in different projects. Okay, right. I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yeah, you can get carried away.
Yes, because I'll probably try and cover that. Right. And then just the old olive to match, and I'm just gonna add an outline on this side as well, so kind of like a shadow for the frame.
Hi Emma. You must be getting ready for your life soon, aren't you? Or have you already done it?
I finished. Yes, we were late. Right, that's done. He says, continuing coloring.
Just finished yours. Yeah, we've been going on for an hour already now, so there's a problem when two of us do it.
Yes, and not knowing what we're doing. Right, I'm just gonna put that on, and then I'm just gonna add the rooted in nature. So, bone folder. So I've kept it one layer, and I'm probably gonna add my nature's twine left over from this morning's crafting, because the twines are quite thick, so if you don't want it to heavy on your card, there's probably about 6 to 8 strands on there. I'll show you. So you could always cut the length that you want and then de-strand it, if that makes sense. That's alright. So, and I'm just gonna make a bow. Oh, can you get me the whatchamacallit?
I've got no idea what it is.
Glue dot, please. So this is leftover from this morning, and I didn't want to bin it because I know if I've used a couple of strands, I will definitely use these. So you get, yeah, there's quite a few strands in there. I don't know if you can see. So yeah, it's quite thick on its own. So what I do is you just kind of like untwist it, and then that will separate the strands, and then get a pick tool, and then that will fray it, and then you can just hold as many as you want and then pull down, and then you'll have your smaller or thinner version of the twine. So I'll do it in, what we got, mint macaron. Looking at Barry, he calls it macaroon, but there's no double O.
Mint macaron, it depends on what mood I'm in. Mint macaron, mint macaron. I use both.
Alright, that is a bow.
Yes.
Thank you, Charlene.
Thank you. Yeah, case away.
I don't know if I like it.
Yeah. I'm gonna get angry with Jay at the end of this.
I don't know if I like
because he's gonna come off of this video and go, I don't like it. So he's gonna get a slap afterwards.
It's nice. It's alright. I don't know.
Shut up.
Right. Yeah. Most of the cards that I make, I always go around and say,
Don't like it.
don't like it. Don't know. How can I make it better?
He wants that one.
I want that one. Right. Where am I gonna put it? I'll just put it there. I don't. There. There we go.
Yeah, it is lovely, Sarah, but Jay doesn't think it is afterwards. He's going to go, I don't like it.
There we go.
He's too critical of his own work.
Well, how can you improve if you're not critical? You know?
Yeah, but everything you go, I don't like it.
But that is done.
Beautiful.
So that is our cards for for today. So a couple of them, well, both of them unplanned now, really. There you go. So thank you very much for watching.
Should we do back to face?
Yeah, you could do. Do you want
right.
to see our faces again?
Yeah, do you want to see our faces again? I think Jay doesn't want to. Right, let's just flick on round. Oh, sorry, I'm not very good at this. And there we go. And we're back in again. Hello. That's it. All right. So,
I'll cover my
yeah,
face.
no, don't cover your face. Okay. So that's the card I made. All right. And there's Jay's card. All right. So
There's a glare.
there is a glare. It's because of the back. Right, there we go. See,
Oh yeah, just
I'll
cover
cover my face.
Cover
That's
my
it.
face.
That's it. That's better. We'll just do it like that.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. All right. So yeah. So they're the two cards which we made. So using the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set for this one, and the coordinating dies, and you've used the
Daisy Lane and swirly frames.
swirly frames. Yes. So all of those obviously can be purchased from our online shop as well. Don't forget Wibby, if you're ordering, obviously, and don't forget our new promotions. Obviously, wait. If you're thinking of ordering, I would wait until tomorrow to order, because you'll get some freebies. If you take over £45, you'll get some extra vouchers for next month as well. So it's worth holding off just an extra couple of hours.
Yes.
Before you place an order. So if you do like these, wait until tomorrow, please. It's better. It's better for you. So I think that's it. Bonus days.
Bonus days, paper
Recruiting,
share.
obviously, yeah, join our team, paper share. So if you want any of those information, just go over to our blog and we will, all the information will be over there as well. Or just contact us directly and we will, send us an email and we'll answer any questions you've got. So I'm pleased you liked it all. Sorry it's taken us an hour to do this, or over an hour actually. But that's the problem you get when there's two of us doing it. And yeah, we just waffle and just enjoy. So hopefully we haven't bored you too much.
Yes.
And yeah, thank you very much for watching. And
Thank you.
We'll be back next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
7 o'clock hopefully, depending on how planned we are.
In the evening.
In the
shall we
evening
say.
sometimes, from 7 o'clock onwards. I think let's say from 7 o'clock
Yeah.
onwards we will do a live. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching
Thank you.
and we will see you next week. See you later. Bye.